October 26, 1942. The air on the United States ship Enterprise was tense as alarms blared across the deck. Pilots of the Grim Reaper's squadron scrambled toward their F-4F Wildcats. Lieutenant Stanley Vasa, a resolute leader with sharp instincts honed in battle, stood at the forefront.
"Get those birds in the air, we're already late to the party,"
he shouted. Engines roared to life as the Wildcats launched into the sky in a desperate bid to intercept an incoming wave of Japanese bombers. At 10,000 feet, the pilots tightened their formation. Enemy aircraft, barely 45 miles out, loomed closer with each passing second. Below them, the American battle group, minus 21 ships strong, stretched across the ocean like a fortress. Thousands of lives hung in the balance. This was the Battle of Santa Cruz, a decisive clash in the Guadalcanal campaign. With the United States ship Hornet and United States ship Enterprise as their last operational carriers, the Allies fought to maintain their foothold in the South Pacific. The Japanese, sensing an opportunity to cripple the United States Navy, launched relentless air assaults. For Vasa and his squadron, failure meant more than the loss of ships. It meant the loss of hope in a war where every victory counted. The first wave of Japanese Val dive bombers emerged through the clouds. Vasa cursed under his breath.
"We're too low. Climb maximum speed."
He barked into his radio. But the Val bombers were already diving toward the United States ship Hornet. Explosions rocked the carrier as bombs ripped through its deck. Fire and smoke engulfed the ship, while sailors scrambled to extinguish the inferno. Vasa, watching the chaos below, felt a surge of frustration. They had been too late to stop the carnage. But the battle wasn't over. Another wave of Japanese planes K torpedo bombers was fast approaching. This time, their target was the United States ship Enterprise.
"Focus on the Enterprise, protect her at all costs,"
Vasa commanded, rallying his squadron. The Grim Reapers charged into the fray, their machine guns blazing. Vasa lined up his Wildcat behind a Val bomber and opened fire. Bullets tore through the enemy aircraft, sending it spiraling into the ocean. He barely had time to catch his breath before spotting another wave of bombers. Amid the chaos, a lone Kate broke through the defensive line and aimed directly for the United States ship Hornet's command tower. Anti-aircraft gunners fired desperately, but it wasn't enough. The Kamikaze slammed into the ship, triggering a catastrophic explosion. Flames erupted across the Hornet's deck, and Vasa's heart sank as he witnessed the devastation. Yet, he couldn't dwell on the loss.
"Regroup. There are more incoming,"
he ordered, steering his squadron toward the next threat. For a brief moment, the sky cleared. Vasa took the opportunity to climb, regaining altitude and surveying the battlefield below. He could see the United States ship Hornet listing, its deck charred and broken. The sight filled him with a mix of anger and resolve. His radio crackled to life.
"New wave incoming, 8 torpedo bombers headed for Enterprise."
Vasa tightened his grip on the controls. This was their last chance to turn the tide.
"Let's dance,"
he muttered, pushing the throttle to its limit. As the Kate bombers approached the United States ship Enterprise, anti-aircraft guns lit up the sky with bursts of flak. Black clouds of shrapnel exploded around the enemy planes, but the bombers pressed on. Vasa dived into the thick of the battle, his Wildcat roaring through the chaos. He zeroed in on a Kate, unleashing a deadly burst from his machine guns. Flames erupted from its wing as the bomber spiraled out of control, but there was no time to celebrate. Another Kate had slipped past the defenses, heading straight for the Enterprise. Vasa checked his ammunition. It was running dangerously low. Desperation surged through him as he made a fateful decision.
"I'm taking him down,"
he announced over the radio, angling his Wildcat for a collision course. The enemy pilot seemed to sense Vasa's intent. In a shocking move, the Kate bomber inverted and dove straight into the United States ship Smith, a nearby destroyer. The explosion sent shockwaves through the water, and Vasa was forced to pull away, narrowly avoiding the wreckage. Despite the loss of the United States ship Hornet and significant damage to the United States ship Smith, the efforts of Vasa and the Grim Reapers ensured the survival of the United States ship Enterprise and the majority of the battle group. Their bravery under fire turned what could have been a disastrous defeat into a hard-fought victory. Vasa, having downed multiple enemy aircraft, became an ace in a single day. His leadership and sacrifice inspired his men and cemented his legacy as a hero of the Pacific War. History honors the victories and the bravery of those who defied impossible odds. But hidden within its pages are untold stories, mysteries, silent sacrifices, and truths that could change everything. Subscribe now and stay tuned for the next video. You won't want to miss this.